Nobody wants to die at work. Imagine passing away at your work. Most of us want to end our working careers and have many, many years of retirement. I mean, that's my wish. I think that's most people that I talk to, that's their wish as well. Have a nice retirement. But what if you did pass away at work? I think the statistics are 13 people die every day in the workplace. And most of us can imagine that's construction, the transportation industry. Most of us don't think that you're going to die at your desk in the office. This is a true story that just happened. And this poor woman, you're not going to believe this. So I got to share this with you. Hi there, by the way, I'm Dr. Andrea O'Connor. Welcome to my channel where we talk about real life medical things and sometimes some spooky and supernatural things as well. So this happened here in Arizona, and a woman went to work one day, as we all do. She's got her office job. It's one of the larger office buildings in Arizona, and a very well-known banking institution. And she works on the third floor. It's a very safe area. There's housekeeping, there's security, there's other people working in the building. You think everything's going to be fine. You scan in, you go to your desk, you're starting your workday, and something happens. Now, I don't know how she died, but this poor woman died at her desk. She's only 60 years old, and she died at her desk. I don't have enough information, though, to know how she died. I don't know if it was a stroke, a blood clot, a heart attack, but this poor 60-year-old woman died at her desk. And she was not found for 4 days. It took them 4 days to figure out this woman was missing, she had died. No one even that I can find in the news stories said that she was missing. Because I kind of think, well, where were the friends, the families, the neighbors? Like, no one put in a missing persons call or anything. And some of the coworkers that have been interviewed said when they were working at their desk, because this woman had been in a cubicle, in a big office setting, lots of desks, the cubicles, you know how that is, just that maze of cubicles everywhere. And other people working in their cubicles noticed there was like a really strong odor. They kept getting like wafts and drafts of odor, and they thought it was maybe the sewer. So I think it was reported that they called, maintenance or the plumbers to come out and check. Like, is there a sewer leak? Why are we smelling these terrible smells? Yeah, it's because their coworker was dead in their cubicle. And it took them 4 days. And they figured this out because she scanned in for work and hadn't scanned out for 4 days. And this entire time she was in her cubicle. Of course you're going to smell that down the aisles where your cubicle is. And I just can't get over the fact that her coworkers were working on the same floor in their cubicles while their colleague was laying dead at their desk. I can't get that image out of my mind. And that poor woman, and I was kind of thinking, well, isn't there housekeeping and security and maintenance? The other place where I work, before I leave for work, I'm looking under tables and behind closets and desks and just making sure, nobody's hiding out, nobody fell, like the whole place is empty before I lock the doors and leave. And so, don't they take out the trash there? Doesn't housekeeping, vacuum the office floor? Doesn't security walk all the aisles? Because I'm thinking, how did that get missed for 4 days? And how horrific to know, the job you work at, she was probably close to retirement at age 60. She literally drops dead at her desk and is not found for 4 days. I mean, just wrap your mind around that. So then I was thinking, well, what can we do to avoid that? Something I do every morning at my other job, not my private practice because it's just me, but at my other job, in the morning I get my coffee and I go around to certain people and I'm like, hello, good morning. Hey, how are you doing? Okay, real quick, I just wanted to say good morning. And I go around to my normal people and I say hello and good morning. And I think it's just a really good habit because it's always nice to be greeted. Like when someone comes to say hello and good morning, it always feels good, right? I think it's a really good habit to start. So if you do work in an office building and you don't say hello to the people that work in the cubicle 2 down from you or maybe across the aisle, start getting in the habit of saying hello. Maybe get to know your coworkers' names because this poor lady obviously didn't have any friends at work. I mean, how can she go 4 days and not anybody realizing this 60-year-old woman is dead at her desk. I mean, that just doesn't happen. So I think it's a really good idea to start the habit of say hello to your coworkers. If anything, so her death is not in vain, right? Let's get to know our coworkers and our colleagues. Take the time, even if you're like, well, they're all so much younger than me or they're all so much older than me. Just take the time, even if you're shy, just say hello and good morning, and it becomes a habit. So say one day you can't show up to work or you're in a car accident, people notice that you're missing. And I also think of this poor woman. If she was missing for 4 days, so obviously there was, and again, I don't know, all the details of this story haven't come out yet, but like there was no friends or neighbors or families that were like, oh, she didn't come home from work today, or she hasn't called me today, she didn't answer my text. Like, I just wonder, like, how lonely could her life have been? It's just such a sad situation all the way around. And I was talking to someone the other day and they said, they don't talk to a lot of their friends or reach out to a lot of people. And I think that's the case with a lot of people that work from home now, which really concerns me because you've got to have social connection. It's just not mentally healthy to not be creating friends and social connection, even if it's online. Like, that's why I like YouTube so much because especially when I do the live streams, because I do plan on doing a live stream tonight, by the way. So if you want to talk more in depth about this story that just happened with this woman, I'm going to talk about it more in depth and some of her coworkers' comments on the live stream tonight. So again, to find that live stream, just click on the live stream videos of mine and I'll try to wear the same outfit so you know which video that is. But I think it's really important if you're working from home, just take a few minutes to reach out to people. And again, that's why YouTube lives are great because you are reaching out. It's a live personal connection. I think more than ever, we need to look out for our neighbors, text a family member, call that family member. I think the example of that poor woman dying at her desk in her cubicle is just an example of how disconnected we're getting in society and how divisive things are. And each one of us can make a difference in someone's life. So I know I already go out around and say hello, but I'm going to reach out to other people I don't normally say hello and good morning to, and I'm just going to make that extra effort, and I'm going to make that a habit. So hopefully we can turn something good out of this terribly horrific, tragic story. Well, I thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this interesting kind of content, please hit the like button. And I will see you on the live later tonight.